All right, and we want to welcome and introduce to you the first Black CEO of Metro United Way, Miss Adria Johnson is our very special guest today. Good morning, Miss Johnson.
Good morning.
Okay, look, I feel like we should call you Madam President or something. My goodness, and so the news came down just a couple of weeks ago, and the city of Louisville was definitely proud. First off, that, it's still mind-boggling that in the year of 2021, there's still so many firsts to fill. But how do you feel about being in this new role? And from what I'm understanding, you have a lengthy history with Metro United Way. And so go ahead, tell us how, what's going on, Ms. Johnson.
Oh, gosh. Well, I feel, just first, I think really humbled and just some incredible gratitude at the outpouring of congratulations that have come across the community from everywhere.
Yeah.
And, as you were saying, I understand how pivotal this is for our community.
Absolutely.
As I think about my own career, that has been more than 27 years across, multiple sectors, wearing a variety of hats. It is something to step in this moment, especially after the past 17 months that we have been through in this community that, really have been the wake-up call that we probably should have had a long time ago. But, that really just says that we're not where we want to be in society. And, part of that is equitable leadership, to be able to look around our communities and see, diverse demographics represented. And so I am honored, it being given the opportunity and to be given the opportunity to lead an organization that just has such an incredible role in lifting communities. So that's, what makes this even more special.
Right. And so you served in the role of Chief Impact Officer, and then you will be stepping in your new role as President and CEO on August 1st, but then August 2nd, because August 1st is on a Sunday. That's actually my anniversary. Thank you, Ms. Johnson. So talk about the role that you served in, the capacity in which you served in for Metro United Way, and then the new role that you'll be stepping into, your responsibilities.
So as Chief Impact Officer, I led a team of wonderful individuals that, really made decision on how to take all of the generosity that pours into Metro United Way, that is, what keeps us around, and to pour that back out into the community in ways that make greatest impact. So hence Chief Impact Officer. And so we did that in a variety of ways, whether that was supporting, the many nonprofit organizations that exist in this community that are also trying to lift and address basic needs and even deeper issues. And so that's part of the help that we receive in the partnership in community, is working with a variety of stakeholders and just, again, folks that want things to be better. And so in essence, that's what the role entailed, which is, really understanding in depth, what is going on in our 7-county footprint that is Metro United Way. And for those that don't know what that means, that is, we have presence and we support Southern Indiana, Clark, Floyd, and Harrison counties.
Yes, my neck of the woods.
All right. And we support Jefferson, Shelby, Bullitt, and Oldham on this side of the river. And so that responsibility requires us to know, where are the greatest needs? Where are they most persistent? What's at the root of those?
Yeah.
I think that is one of the things that I am so proud about this organization, which is really wanting to understand the complexity of the issues that we're trying to solve for, and again, what's causing them. So, yes, people have to be fed, people can't be hungry, people have to be housed, but what is it that's causing that symptom? And how do we get at the, the disease, so to speak, so that we no longer have those symptoms? And so that was what that role entailed, along with some other responsibilities in volunteer engagement. One of the beauties of United Way is we are an organization that is also fueled by time and talent.
Yes.
And so we have just an incredible base of volunteers across this community that step up and roll their sleeves up to help in a variety of ways. And so we work to, leverage that desire to volunteer in a way that's also beneficial to community and that helps with developing and keeping strong relationships with our corporate partners that are also part of the fuel that keeps Metro United Way going. And then we also do policy work and advocacy work. And so when we think about, again, some of those root causes of the conditions that are most challenging in community, we also know that some of that requires, some changes at higher levels to really bring about the solutions that we need. And so stepping into CEO, wow, what does that mean, right? So it is, I am ultimately kind of the buck stops here person, right, within the organization that, one, I think I am, first and foremost, the largest and loudest brand ambassador for the organization. It is my responsibility to, continue to keep Metro United Way elevated and amplified in community and for people to understand the beauty of the organization, the power of the organization, and why supporting the organization, may be of interest to them and may be aligned with their desire to give back. And so, that along with all of the other organizational responsibilities and fundraising responsibilities and resourcing and, come with the territory.
So she's ready. She's definitely ready. Purpose?
I got two questions. One question is crazy because I got to ask the crazy question. And the next question is serious. Can you believe that? Question number one, how did you adjust to now you have a new parking space? You don't have to park where you usually park. You got a parking space, pow. But then the serious question, as we looking at society and even what happened with our gymnasts with this mental illness,
mental
health issue, what would be your suggestion? You got a game plan of you stepping into a new level, that you got a game plan, maybe some suggestions that you already got set up that maybe help somebody else so that they would kind of stay focused.
Oh gosh. Well, in terms of the parking spot, we're still doing what everybody else is doing. So my parking spot is still my driveway.
I know that's right.
On most days, but I am out in community. And no, in all seriousness, I mean, I am actually, I applaud this young woman for one, being courageous enough to recognize that until she is okay herself, she can't be well to anybody else in community. And for as much as we applaud her athletic prowess and her ability to, accomplish things that I can't even wrap my head around, she has to be okay first. And so, I think one, she and others are giving a huge shout out to society that says it's okay to say I'm not okay. But that also in the I'm not okay, that doesn't mean that there is something deficient in me or that I need that needs to draw criticism or ire. I need to be okay. And just like if there is something that is ailing me physically, I need to go and take care of that to feel okay. The same goes for our mental health. And I have such appreciation for it because, for way too long, there has been way too much stigma around, any type of mental health challenge. We have just, frowned upon that or, kind of given the side eye, like, I wonder what's wrong with so-and-so. And that's not the way it should be. Our whole selves have to be healthy, and that includes this mental piece. So my advice to anyone would be, take heed, right? And that, first and foremost, if there's something that you're struggling with, be okay with saying I'm not okay and what might I need to do to get some support to get better. And then when I'm at my best self, I can be best in serving. And that's, what I say to the team. It's we should all wake up every day with the sincere goal to be a better version of ourselves. And, as my pastor says, there should be a change in you, not, not to proselytize, but when we know better, we do better. And so, the more we can improve upon ourselves and show up as our best version of ourselves, then we're best equipped to be of service in community, which is what we all need to be.
Absolutely. Wonderfully said, Madam President. So let's get to it then. Let's know who Miss Adria Johnson is, the woman behind the title. Where are you from? Are you from Louisville?
I was born and raised here. This is home.
All right.
Born and raised.
So, if you're in Louisville, it's not about where you went to college. Where did you go to high school at? What high school
I am
did you
a proud 1989 grad of Seneca High School. So shout out to all of my fellow Seneca High School grads.
Come on.
Class
Miss-
of '89.
Come on. What is Miss Adria currently listening to? What music are you into right about now?
God. Well, you know, if my grandbabies and my goddaughter were here, they would tell you that it's nothing current. I will say that, and that is no that is no disrespect to any current music. I'm an oldie.
Yeah, I get
you know, I wake up and I'm like, Alexa, play classic R&B.
There
So
we go.
I'm,
This is
listening
your
to
station.
that's exactly right. So I'm listening to Smokey and the Supremes and all the Motown classics. I just love older music, and again, appreciate a lot of today's music, but that's typically what I'm listening to. That and Bob Marley. So my family would tell you that if it's not Bob or Ziggy, then something must be wrong with Adria today.
Miss Adria, what is your favorite food? What do you like to binge on when you get a chance?
God. Well, my favorite food is chicken.
Yes.
I mean, I could eat chicken, baked, fried, whatever. Love chicken. And then, my probably my vice is I do have a sweet tooth, but I try to keep that in check. So those that are close to me know that, if it's got sugar in it, it's probably something that I like.
He's a woman after my own heart. Last but not least, what are you watching on Netflix or Hulu when you get the time? I don't know how you would.
I feel like I've done, I've binge watched most of the shows, that I think most people were watching during this time. And I'll be honest, I don't get a lot of time to watch TV. So, it varies. There's no one series. I think the series that I were following are kind of in their, hiatus, wait till kind of next season. They keep you in that kind of cliffhanger mode. So it truly, it's varied.
It's just a toss, whatever you feel like on that day. Well, Miss Adria Johnson, we thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. If you're just now tuning in, we had a wonderful conversation with the new president and CEO of Metro United Way, Miss Adria Johnson. Adria, you want to leave your social media information, how people can follow you or learn more information about you and the wonderful mission of Metro United Way?
Yeah, well, I would definitely encourage any of you to go to our page, metrounitedway.org. There is a wealth of information just about the organization, how you can give of your time, talent, and treasure. And, I am on Facebook under Adria Johnson, same thing on Twitter. So by all means, just, plug in, tune in, reach out to me. Don't be a stranger.
All right. Hey, we got to see if we get some Bob Marley on this station. Then we really have Miss Adria as our #1 listening fan. Adria, thank you so much. Hey, don't touch that dial. We'll be back with much more. You're tuned into Live in Louisville, right here on the original soul of Louisville, 104.7 WLOU.